technical glitches which has hello.
Yes. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, but yes, we are back because so ma'am, I'm very audible to you.
Sorry,
I was just asking that whether am I audible or not.
yes, absolutely.
All right. So I guess you were discussing certain part about the top ideal things about
Mhm.
dressing to create the. So our viewers already got to know about female dressing and male dressing.
Male
So
dressing,
what would
yes.
you like to say about that? Yeah.
Sorry, your question again, please.
So for male, can you just
Mhm.
repeat a bit so that
The center button of the jacket should always be buttoned up. When your shirt is tucked in, it is very necessary that a belt is worn on the pant. That is very necessary. The color of the belt and the color of the shoes should coordinate. It should be the same. You can't wear black shoes and brown belt or vice versa. Then what I would suggest to men is invest in a good pair of shoes always. And
hmm,
when we are talking about socks, the socks need to be uh, tight and long ones so that when you sit and your pant goes up, the skin
hmm,
of your leg should not be seen. It should be covered with your socks.
right. All right, great. So that is about the dressing for male and female.
Right.
Now that we have a lot of female viewers over here, so ma'am, we would
Mhm.
really love to know about makeup section for the female grooming.
Wow. Okay, so when we are talking about makeup, a few very important tips I'd like to start off with is first and foremost, before you ever apply makeup, it is very necessary to clean your skin with a cleansing milk. That is very necessary. First, get your skin absolutely clean, after which you can start applying makeup. And when we are talking about makeup, I am not talking about the very high-end brands. Yes, you want to purchase them, you can. But what I would suggest is do not invest in those Chinese makeup that have got those big, huge palettes and have those 120 colors in front of you. Rather than that, go in for a simple branded makeup, which could be a very simple one, such as a Lakme or a Maybelline. But it is very necessary to go in for branded makeup because at the end of the day, we are talking about your skin. Once that is
Right.
done, and again, once your makeup is applied and you need to remove it, the removal also is very, very important. Please never sleep with your makeup on. That is again a
Hmm.
very important rule that you need to remove your makeup when we need to sleep. Now, if we are talking about makeup application, we can first start off with the foundation. What I'm going to tell you is the very basic makeup. So we start off with a foundation. Now there are different types of foundations. There are liquid foundation, pancake foundation, mousse foundations, a lot of them. So when we are talking about a daily routine and daily makeup application, we need a very, very light foundation on our face, which to a certain extent blends into your skin and does not even show, for which a liquid or a mousse is good enough. So first we apply the foundation on our face, up, on which you can apply your blusher. Then goes your eye makeup, which could be your liner, your mascara, your kajal. And on top of that would be your compact or your translucent powder. So this is a very, very general makeup application. And for weather like ours, just now in summers, this is the perfect application. No need to go in for the heavy makeup. The heavy makeup is more for video shoots and ramps and stage and all, which is not required right now.
Right. Great, great, great. So, all the ladies out there, I guess a basic idea about makeup is clear to you all. So, now that you are already aware about dressing and makeup and personal hygiene, let's move on to the topic social etiquettes because it plays a
Okay,
major role in everybody's life. So, ma'am, according to
true.
you, what is social etiquette, and could you please explain us something about it?
Social etiquettes, I would say, is basically rules of behavior to be shown in public. So when we are talking about social etiquettes, it is something that has come down through generations. It is
Hmm.
generations that has told us that when someone does something good to you, you say a thank you. So that is a social etiquette which has come down through generations and has been accepted by the society as a part of our regular behavior. So that you can say is social etiquette. Social etiquette is also something which needs to be practiced day in and day out. It is not something that you wake up one fine morning and say, today I'm going to practice my social etiquettes and tomorrow I'm not going to do that. No, you can't do that. Social etiquettes again is something that needs to be practiced day in and day out.
Okay, great. According to you, ma'am, how important are social etiquettes apart from being well groomed, well dressed, and presentable?
Well, I would say social etiquettes, or for that matter, I would say not having social etiquettes is as
Okay.
revealing as your clothes. So it's as obvious as that. A
True,
person
true.
who may be absolutely well dressed in the best of best designer clothes, but if the person does not have knowledge of social etiquettes, is at a loss at that, then none of your fancy clothes are ever going to compensate for the loss of behavior that you are showing to people. So,
Hmm.
so having knowledge of social etiquettes and executing it and putting it into practice every day is something which is very, very necessary.
Necessary. Right, right. Great. So now that we have understood about social etiquettes and its importance, it is also very important to have a bit idea about dining etiquettes. So, but
Okay.
before that, let's understand, what are different types of dinings. So, ma'am, could you
Mhm.
please explain us something about, like, the various types of dinings?
Okay. So when we are talking about dining, we can broadly categorize them into two. One would be
Okay.
formal dining, one would be informal dining. So let's take informal dining together first. So informal dining basically is when we are having food uh, at a restaurant, say with our family, with our friends, when we are going out. It could be casual dining, it could be fast food dining. So all that goes into informal dining, wherein certain amount of social etiquettes does play a very important part. But apart from that, yes, it is not very formal and you can be relaxed. So, and when we talk of formal dining, yes, that is where all the do's and don'ts come into play.
Hmm.
So, formal dining, of course, can be again further categorized into normal formal dining and the actual formal dining, wherein you have your place which is already booked for you, your name tag is there, you're going to go and sit there, and there's someone who's going to come and serve you a set menu, wherein again, when we are talking about formal dining etiquettes, yes, there's a lot of knowledge that you need to have about the various crockery, cutlery, glassware. All of that comes into play when we are talking about formal dining.
All right, great. So, ma'am, normally we have seen that when we are going out for a formal dining with a huge
Right?
set of people, like professionals all
Hmm.
around, there is a lot of
Okay.
confusion between those crockeries, cutleries, and glassware right on that
Okay.
table. So, could you
Hmm.
please explain out what to use when, and which is what is the resemblance of all those crockeries, cutleries, and all?
Okay. Perfect. So when we are talking about a formal dining, as you said, yes, the setup can be quite scary at times because you would have three or four sets of forks on one side and spoons and knives on the other, different plates, different glassware, and you're at a complete loss of what to use and how to use and when to use.
Exactly.
So one very simple tip. Yes, there are different forks wherein there's a fish fork and salad fork and a
Hmm.
meat fork, and same way with the spoons and knives and also rather getting into all of that and getting completely confused what to use when. A simple tip is that the food that will be served to you will be
Hmm.
according to the cutlery that is arranged on the table. And the flow of that
Okay.
cutlery to be used is always from outside to inside. So
Okay.
there is no need to get confused if this salad has come, which is the first serving, which one do I use? It is always from outside to inside. The course will also be served to you in the same manner. So
Right.
no need to get confused. You know how to use
Hmm.
your cutlery.
Cutlery.
Now, if we are talking about the glassware, again, there are four glasses placed near you, and you don't know what to
Hmm.
use where. So, the thin and the longest one would be your champagne flute. So, that goes in for champagne. The smallest one there would be for the white wine. The one which is not a little big to the white wine glass would be your red wine glass, and the one that is the biggest glass there would be your water goblet. So that is how it goes. Now if you're uh, going in for white wine, the red wine glass would be cleared, and accordingly, so whatever drink you are taking, accordingly the other glasses would be cleared off. So, yes, there are certain do's and don'ts for fine dining, but this is basically as far as the confusion for the crockery, cutlery, and glassware goes. Uh, Another tip I'd like to give you is there's a lot of confusion at times that I've seen when people don't know which glass to pick up, the right hand one or the left hand one. And one person takes the wrong glass and the entire circle goes that way. So
Right.
always remember to pick up the glass on your right hand side. The one on the right hand side is your glass. So you can just kind of coordinate it with right, which is river, and river is water. So the one on the right hand side is your water glass.
That was an amazing tip. So, of course, everybody's going to remember this now. All right. So, ma'am, there is one question in the chat box. Along with this,
Okay.
I would like to inform you all that in case if you are still having any questions regarding dining etiquettes or social etiquettes, anything which you have come across in your day-to-day life and you want to ask for a suggestion, definitely you can write down
Sure.
in the comment box. So going ahead with a question from Priyanshi. Ma'am, I have a
Okay.
question. I have some cuts on my hand and it's visible.
Mm.
So is it going to make any problem?
Cuts means what kind of cuts, Priyanshi, first and foremost. And it is not that you can always go for a proper treatment also, or you can just kind of hide it up with a normal concealer and foundation. A proper makeup, just as we do on our face, can be done here to cover up your cut and scar. It's not that big a thing to worry about. A proper makeup, proper application can definitely do work for you.
Great, great. I hope Priyanshi, you got your answer. Definitely, you can DM us in case if you want to inquire more about it. All right. So, ma'am, in the dining etiquettes, I want to ask you one question that normally,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know from you the right method of having the soup.
The right method of having a soup. Okay, the right method of having a soup. First and foremost, one thing again, uh, there's this very common mistake that I come across is when people say, I want to drink my soup. Normally, that is wrong as far as English language goes. You don't drink your soup, you eat your soup. So, the right method to eat your soup is to take the spoon and dip it into the bowl. Dip it towards the side where you are sitting. So dip it on that side. Take the spoon across in the bowl, pick it up from the opposite side, and then that goes into your mouth. Now, why is that? That is because when you are in this action, the any
Hmm.
drop of soup that would spill from the soup would again fall right back into your bowl. So that is why this is the right method. And you need to sip the soup also from the side of the spoon and not from the tip. Apart from that, once the quantity is less in your bowl, you can just tilt the bowl a little. Now, when we tilt the bowl, you again tilt it towards you so that that action of taking the soup across the bowl and lifting it from the other end can be performed. Once that is done, again, there's no need to remove the spoon and put it on the plate. You can just leave it in the bowl itself.
All right, great. So, guys, in case if you are, if you want more tips like this for dining etiquettes and social etiquettes, definitely you DM us. You have any questions, you write down to us because now that ma'am will be giving us the final checklist of all the personal grooming that we have discussed right now. So, anything as such you have come across in day-to-day life, do write down to us. So, ma'am. Would you please provide us the final checklist on the personal grooming?
Final checklist, I would say let's start right from the top, wherein first and
Yeah.
foremost your hair needs to be clean, well brushed, no dandruff to
Hmm.
be seen. Uh, then your skin needs to be clean. Wash your face at least twice a day. After that, your clothes need to be clean and well ironed. Shoes need to be well polished. No loose buttons. If there are any loose buttons, tighten them up. And basically, no correction to be done in public. If there's anything you need to do, excuse yourself, go to the washroom and do the corrections. None of them in the public. And these are just a few tips and daily things that we need to take care of when we are talking about the final checklist of grooming.
All right. Glad. Okay, so with this final checklist, I think we'll be ending up with the session over here. We'll be back with such interesting topics every week on Sunday, 6 p.m. For your any such topic that you want us to discuss, kindly DM us so that we will try to take up those topics as well. Ma'am, would you like to say
Absolutely.
something to our viewers?
All I can say is always remember grooming is not something that will come to you by chance, but it'll come to you by regular practice. So be well groomed and stay safe and take care.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining with us. Thank you so much, viewers out there. And we'll catch you up next Sunday, 6 p.m., with such interesting topics. Till then, stay safe, stay
Thank you.
happy, stay healthy, and stay beautiful.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Stay
Goodbye.
well groomed.
Yes.